Hey guys, and welcome to another brand new video. In this video, this has literally been like one of the biggest and craziest back and forth stories as of literally these past few hours, with somewhat breaking news in regards to Phil Spencer, the Xbox CEO, in regards to his response to Sony. We had Sony earlier on today go and call out Microsoft and basically be like, hey, you better be doing some certain things and holding up some contracts. So we basically have the initial Sony comment. We also finally have Phil Spencer's response and go-to as well. I will go and say this actually I think is overall good news once we dive on into it, and I'm sorry for covering up so much of this Xbox acquisition, but there's just so much news going back and forth that it's just crazy to go talk about, especially when it's big things like Sony themselves making official statements and literally Phil Spencer responding. There's just a lot of back and forth. So we have a lot of things going cover, a lot of drama to go cover, and I hope you guys all enjoy as well. So if you guys are brand new, make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 digital console controller and brand new Samsung links too as well. We have the Twitter and Twitch stream down below if you guys want to follow. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock and free money. Same with that Coinbase too as well. Those are linked down below. Let's go dive on this video itself because this is just a lot of crazy stuff. So let's go first and foremost. If you guys missed it because this happened a little bit earlier on, let me go and first of all cover the initial drama in regards to Sony calling out Microsoft and expecting them to kind of hold up their bargains, which is kind of true because we also had to deal with the same exact situation before in regards to Deathloop, you know, the brand new game that was in regards to Bethesda, and they had to go and finish up their contractual obligations to make sure that PlayStation had a chance to get their game. And then we'll also give you the response right afterwards for Phil Spencer. So as you guys know, we had Microsoft go and get the huge acquisition of Activision, which regards to Call of Duty and other very big franchises. So let's go talk about this. As of right now, though, we actually finally had an official spokesperson from Sony chiming on into the current chain of events, with confident that several of Activision Blizzard games will continue to remain a multi-platform experience. And it's kind of been the really big talking point these last few days because Call of Duty is literally the #2 most downloaded game on PlayStation, and it drives huge profits in terms of microtransactions, in terms of games, in terms of game sales, in terms of PS Plus, and all of that put together. So with that, it's a very integral part of the PlayStation experience. Let me go and quote this over here. It is important to keep in mind what is going on within Activision Blizzard at this time regarding ongoing allegations about the work culture. The ongoing lawsuit from the California Department of Fair Employment and Housing, DFEH, against the company's over-reported toxic workplace behavior. This is all in regards to the previous statements in regards to, the really big Activision malpractice. The bulk of the suit focuses on violation of the state's civil rights and equal pay laws, specifically regarding the treatment of women and other marginalized groups based on that top of that. So that's like the OG stuff, kind of just a little bit of like side context for it. So then the spokesperson themselves mentioned above to the Wall Street Journal and said, "We are expecting that Microsoft will abide by contractual agreements and continue to ensure Activision games are multi-platform." So this is kind of a really big kind of pushing statement originally, which we'll have Phil Spencer's response a little bit later out throughout this video. This discourse surrounding exclusivity came into head when Microsoft acquired Bethesda, the Elder Scrolls franchise, and whether it was be exclusive or not also came into question. And then also too as well, they also had all the various stuff from Phil Spencer mixed on in. So according to the actual Bloomberg report, Spencer reiterated that Activision games would continue to be developed on other consoles. And this is like from as of yesterday. We have actually a brand new statement. "I'll just say to players out there who are playing Activision Blizzard games on Sony's platforms, it is not our intent to pull communities away from that platform, and we remain committed to that." So that's a previous statement over here too as well beforehand, and we kind of covered that as of yesterday, where we're expecting them to kind of maybe have a nice little equal footing. But the big issue is that this is like a 2-year down the road line, so they might be okay with the current Call of Duty and maybe even 2022's Call of Duty and other various games too as well, like other Activision games. But the big issue is once the acquisition's fully done, that could be where the problem kind of goes and lies, which I would agree on that. So we covered this on a previous video before, kind of talking about this before it kind of got a little bit more popular. Basically, PlayStation 5 and PS4 downloads, Call of Duty was pretty much one of the most actively downloaded games in regards to Warzone, the BR, as well as normal Call of Duty Vanguard in both the US and as well as also in the UK. Also, the executive deputy president financial officer, Roki Toki, go and say, As a result of the acquisitions announced since the beginning of this fiscal year, the number of PlayStation studios were increased by 4 to 16, and the number of developers were increased by almost 20%. We plan to continue to aggressively invest in our development capability going forward. So that's all kind of cool stuff. Originally, Sony went and called out with the official statement stating that they better be handling these contracts. They better be able to let us go play these games on our PlayStation, and we better go and keep having like no drama and no issues, because we do not want to go and make this even more in depth than we have to, because it is a really big thing. This is a really big cash cow, and Call of Duty especially makes millions upon millions of downloads every single year. And especially if they're on like a 1 to 2 year cycle, they're printing money with microtransactions and everything else. And it's also, now I don't want to say the biggest console seller, but a lot of folks definitely go and keep on playing and utilize those games to play with their friends, and they buy it every single year. Think things like, say, Battlefield, think things like, say, NBA 2K, FIFA, and all that stuff. A lot of those are very consistent. So with this, we do have the official Sony statement being like, you guys, no, I mean, like, we got a lot of pressure. We got contracts. You guys got to be legit on it. There's a lot of drama going on with Activision already in regards to the previous allegations. Y'all better be on top of it. So with this, we actually had a tweet a little bit ago from Phil Spencer himself stating this: had good calls this week with leaders at Sony. I confirmed our intent to honor all existing, and I want to kind of go put a little extra kind of emphasis on that, existing agreements upon acquisitions of Activision Blizzard and our desire to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation. Sony is an important part of our industry, and we value our relationship. So with this, of course, a lot of folks obviously have had a chance to respond to this and tweet at this and kind of give their thoughts and comments on it. But the kind of big thing I want to note, once again, all existing agreements. Now, that's a big one, because once again, don't forget this Activision buyout should be more so in like a year and a half, depending on how like the big legal case rides to it. It might be a monopoly. There might be an actual like exclusion clause. It may not be possible for us to go and actually get that acquisition kind of basically confirmed. But at least we know, at least for the next few years, if you guys are trying to get a PS5 or whatever, you should be fine to go and utilize Call of Duty and be able to use it. Probably, I would probably assume, until the next 2 to 3 years, almost regardless, because let's say the game itself, let's say the acquisition is fully good in 2023, in the middle of 2023, at that point, development for a PS5 version would already be quite big into the development cycle. There's no reason for them to go and delay that and cancel it, or as well, not work on it. So I do think either way, the 2022 Call of Duty should be fine. 2023 Call of Duty, most likely good. But after that, that leads into a lot more bigger issues, because once again, he only said all existing agreements. That's it. And while we also have, like, we kind of talked to us before, how some people are kind of worked up on it, there's also at least kind of good news too as well, because the Call of Duty is a big one. But at least on the bright side, we actually are seeing Phil Spencer wanting to go and bring back other game studios too as well, such as looking at games such as, like, you know, old school games we covered, say Crash Bandicoot, the Tony Hawk's Pro Skater games, as well as all the other games such as Spyro, where we actually made a video earlier on today discussing that a lot of those folks in those gaming communities are very worried about the future of their games. We saw a lot of different comments on it. We saw a lot of other various things, and it's very, very scary to go and see, because you don't necessarily know. Though right now, I would say Microsoft overall is in a pretty good state. I think a lot of folks have a lot of good trust on him. Even people were stating comments in regards to Phil Spencer saying like, hey, this is good, but it's also leading up to a lot more drama, which I'd maybe want to cover up in a separate video, of this really weird, strange kind of like focus on who has the most money, not who makes the best games or has the best game development, et cetera, et cetera. And right now, Microsoft, being one of the biggest companies in the world, definitely has that money. And that's kind of leading to a kind of big like split. And as this kind of news keeps on breaking on out, and we're seeing more tweets, more relationships, more comments, more whatever, it definitely goes to show that there's a lot of potential, like good and bad, on this situation. But it's crazy to go and see that Sony themselves called out Xbox. It's crazy themselves to go and see Phil Spencer at least be someone on the open-minded talks, and he even said it was good calls, although it might be on more on the bias side. We have to hear more so from the Sony and PlayStation department themselves first and foremost. But it does kind of seem like Sony's kind of worried, because they literally called out Xbox at that point, and as well Phil Spencer as well on top of that at least is somewhat in the loop and somewhat talking about it and someone trying to go and bridge the gaps over this. So I just hope overall that this is going to be a good thing for gaming. There's going to be probably a lot more news keep on coming out for all this stuff because everything keeps on happening like boom, 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 boom. But I'll keep you guys updated the best I can. So make sure you guys are subscribed with the notifications on as well for the brand new PlayStation 5 giveaway. Amazon links down below for the PS5 disc, digital console controller, Twitter and Twitch stream as well. Link down below. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100. You guys go get free stock and free money. Same with that Coinbase too as well. And I appreciate you guys so much for watching. Give me all of your thoughts and comments down below. I know it's a lot of little random various information. And just let me know what you guys want to go and think. And I'll see you guys up later on thread today for some more videos.